Hey, it's Andrew Downs. I'm proud to support Three Beards Media, and I would love to work with you. If you need merchandise for your company, organization, band, softball team, whatever, I can help. From name brand apparel to promotional items, large orders or small, online stores, and more, I can help your brand stand out. AKC Marketing is local, based in Johnston, and we are an employee-owned business, so our costs are low and our turnaround times are fast. But most importantly, we give you personal service to make sure you get exactly what you're looking for. Email me at andrew@akcmarketing.com or find me on social media, and let's make some cool stuff together. Now sit back and enjoy this Three Beards Media podcast.
Bags hit the road again. 2 mics, 1 dream, and a long time plan. From the bright lights flashing down in Old Sin City to a 2-drink minimum in the town so gritty. Bus lines fly on the interstate. Truck stop, coffee keeping us awake. Midwest roads, yeah, we know them well. From Des Moines to Chi, got stories to tell. Late nights, bright lights, open mic fights. Killing on stage, then it's back to the flight. From the cornfields to the Vegas Strip. Ain't no state where we don't fit. Billy and Willie's workshop, welcome inside. Where the jokes are sharp and the laughs collide. From the neon glow to the small town dive. Comedy's the road that keeps us alive.
Dude, welcome everybody. Are you watching Caitlin?
I am in the other room. There was about 4 minutes left in the game.
Yeah,
she do something again.
She just hit a 3 to put them up by 20, and that Sheldon girl's face that's been
that poor girl. She's tortured that girl for fucking 6 years.
Well, and you saw that thing that happened earlier in the game when it got all chippy.
Oh yeah.
Caitlin just hit that 3 to go at 20 right in her eye and just was talking shit.
So listen to this. We're going. The reason we're going to Vegas is we're going to a game on Sunday, and
that's right. You're going.
One of the guys that's coming with us is her uncle. Her uncle
Bob. Really?
Bob Nizzi's his name. Went to high school and college with my wife.
Nice.
So hopefully we're going to get a little meet and greet. So
have you ever met? Would that be the first time you met her?
Yeah. I've never met her. Seen her play since she was a freshman in high school, but never talked to her.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I wonder.
What she's done. Think about what I mean. That's beyond anything anybody could ever conceive of what she's. You know what I mean? It's there's people in like China and Japan talking about her and shit. I mean,
there's maybe there's probably not 5 people that are more famous than her in the world right now.
Exactly.
Not even 5, I bet.
Yeah. She's up there with Trump. I mean, it's insane. I mean, as far as athletes are concerned, I mean, everybody knows Michael and everybody knows like Tiger Woods and LeBron, but she's up there. I mean, all I know is everywhere she shows up, it sells out. Doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
I just don't think she's got to be to the point where she can't go anywhere.
Oh, I'm sure that there's no way, because she's unique enough looking that you would see her and know. Who
you're not gonna. Yeah. She's not gonna not get recognized.
Mm-hmm.
Like
exactly,
you can put a hood up and whatever. People are still gonna know.
Well, it's like Michael Jackson. Like they said, well, he can't get away with anything. I said, well, tell the motherfucker to take off the leather coat and the weird ass.
No shit. Yeah. I remember I went to a movie with Rob Schneider.
Uh-huh.
We were in Virginia Beach, and we went to see when Moneyball came out in the theaters. We went to see that, and it was hotel to movie theater. It was all there. Like you could walk.
Yeah.
So I go meet him in the lobby of the hotel, and we walk to the movie, and we get to the theater, and he goes up to pay for the tickets, and he's like, I just remember thinking, you ain't that famous.
That's right. Dude, you're not David Spade. Put your hat up.
Nobody said shit. Nobody said shit to him.
God damn.
Apparently, you can't also say "Go Hawks" to Connor McCaffrey either.
Oh, really?
No. Why would that?
You didn't see this tweet?
No.
He sent a tweet out that said, I don't know why people say "Go Hawks" to me. It's "Go Pen" or "Go Fever" or whatever, but don't say "Go Hawks" to me. He tweeted that out and then deleted it later.
Oh, well, I mean, listen, his dad's gone now. His younger brother doesn't want to play for him. Him and his brother. I mean, I guess.
I think
you know what though. But he was a Hawkeye.
I think he hated it.
That's the point.
I think they all hated it.
I don't know. I mean,
I think they have a. they have a hate relationship with the fan base because
I think they do too.
Sadly, you know what?
Everybody talked so much shit about him while they were here.
I wasn't crazy about Fran, but I gotta say, Connor got the most out of his athletic ability. I mean,
I loved Fran and I loved Connor. I wasn't the biggest Pat fan.
Yeah. But I mean, Connor, he was just a regular, small white dude, but he played the Big Ten, and I think as far as what the talents he had, I thought he was pretty good.
I think he was like 6'6", wasn't
he? Connor's that tall?
I think so.
You think?
Yeah.
Chris will let us know.
I think Patrick was 6'8" and Connor was 6'6". Or
Chris knows how.
He might have only been like 6'4".
Chris knows every Hawkeye's height and probably the girth of their junk.
Why do you got to do that? No,
I don't know.
No, I don't.
Billy brings out the worst.
Chris is like most Iowa State fans. They can name every player on the Iowa team.
Yeah, well, I can't actually. Not
they live rent free.
I absolutely do not.
How tall is Connor?
Let's see. He is. Fuck, they don't even say stats. Bio.
I would say 6'2", maybe. He doesn't look like he's that much taller than Caitlin.
Maybe I don't know.
Hey, let me ask you this: how's Caitlin still? I mean, she's
buddy with him.
She's buddies with Tyrese Halliburton. Of course, Tyrese Halliburton's girlfriend's gorgeous, but yeah,
6'6". Connor McCaffrey.
Well, he was that tall.
I told you.
Then I take everything I said back. Wasn't that good?
Pat was 6'9".
Yeah.
What's the kid's name that killed somebody?
6'8". Jack.
And is he at Butler?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Billy, did you ever play the Indianapolis clubs? Like Crackers?
Yeah. Back when they had two of them, I did downtown and Broad Ripple.
Yeah, the downtown one was fun. I liked the Indianapolis downtown.
Yeah, I mean they were both good for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Broad Ripple was. There were times where there was a time where Broad Ripple was better.
Yeah.
Downtown was a little dingy, dirty, old. Like another dude took over downtown and named it something else for a minute. I did a week there. If I recall, there was about 5 people a show.
Hey, you know what we got to do, me and you? We got to go and do a show at the new Omaha Funny Bone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. We got to make that happen.
Colleen and get that done.
Yeah.
And then
we should just drive over there.
Yeah. And what? Just
road trip?
Just see the place. Go say hi and play pinball and shit. And
why don't we find out? You could do
Billy and Willie's road trip.
Yeah. Drive back home.
We could do we could do the Door Guys podcast, and then they could do our podcast.
Yeah.
Do out of a hotel room there. I wonder where they're putting them up now, since
now that they've moved locations. Yeah. How far away is it from the old location?
Well, what do you call it? This is right where the old club was. So that's like 114th. I mean, there's nice hotels, over by that whatever that mall is over there. But
I'm sure they probably found some kind of sponsorship and deal. I mean, it's a big deal with it moving.
Yeah.
I'm sure somebody wanted to get on board with sponsoring, donating.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Well, yeah, Kel's good at that, so she's got something done.
For sure.
Yeah. Well,
we're gonna I'll drop an industry term on you. I got minkered today.
What happened?
Nothing. I didn't really get minkered. He called me.
Yeah. Oh.
Minky called me.
Yeah. Where is he still down like in Florida or something? Where's he at?
No, he's in Nebraska somewhere. He's like in
is he booking anymore? Is he helping out?
Yeah, he's running like 10 rooms.
Oh, really? Oh.
Like little one-nighter type rooms in Nebraska.
Oh God. Are you gonna do them? What do you have?
I'll do them. I mean, I'll make sure that I'm gonna get paid and everything.
Yeah.
But it was just funny. He was coming through town and wanted to know the name of a restaurant we ate at one point. And,
he came through Des Moines?
Yeah, just like driving through. It wasn't. Yeah.
Because it's if he was here for the night, we could have went and done something with him.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was just
Minky.
For those people that when your name Gary Minky is a legend in the business.
Yeah, he is.
And And depending on who you talk to, there's different reasons why.
You know, it's funny when you think of all the names of people. Then you're Al Canal.
Yeah.
You know Al Canal?
I know Al.
Yeah.
I know Al Canal. So I just got a text from my grandma text me. W. We always say W for victory, you know.
Yeah.
She's the reason we all yell W all the time because that was always her section at the Iowa games when they do the IOWA.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why we always yell W for everything. So
yeah,
she always texts me W's after Hawkeye victories, and now she's texting me for the fever all the time.
I see that. See, Caitlin's bringing families together.
she goes, I wonder if there's ever been a bench clearing brawl in a women's game.
You know what's crazy is, I mean, you got to be competitive against Caitlin, but man, you can't go out. You can't fucking kill the what do you call
golden goose.
Yeah,
they don't seem to mind.
No, I'm sure there's some that are still they're still bitter, and it's like,
here's the thing.
You're an athlete. I suppose you can be bitter, but god damn, you got to realize.
I think here's the thing that we all forget and we all have to keep in mind. None of us watch any other WNBA game.
That's true. Yeah,
we only watch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you watch any?
We only watch Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, I watch Angel Reese.
Most people only watch Caitlin Clark.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so everybody thinks she's getting picked on, but I bet you if you watch other games, they do the same. It gets chippy. And
oh yeah, exactly.
Shove each other, but you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's right. When you're keying on one person, it's always going to see.
Yeah, we only watch those. If we watched every WNBA game, I guarantee you, they all look pretty much the same when it comes to shit like that. We're just all overly protective of Caitlin.
Elbow. What do you call it? Angel Reese is catching a lot of elbows in the
Reese.
Elbow Reese. I told you already about the guys that bet all that money that she'd miss a layup to start the game. Was you the one I told about? Did I talk about that last week?
I'm not sure.
There's these guys. You actually can Google it. There's all these guys. They bet $27,000 that she would miss her first shot.
I think you did say something about this.
She just fucking bricked the layup.
And everybody just celebrating.
Yeah. Yeah. She got a triple-double the other day. So
I saw that with 8 rebounds.
Yeah, 8 me.
Did you see that did
she actually? I saw you. Did she really?
Yeah, that's shrewd as fuck. I don't care. That's smart.
Making money off your
enemies. That's a brilliant fucking.
Yeah.
Say what you want about that girl, but that is a brilliant business move.
That is the true laughing all the way to the bank. Yeah.
That's turning it on its head. That's taking a word and making it yours.
Exactly.
If she didn't think of it herself, someone around her is really smart.
Oh yeah, I'm sure she got all kinds of people.
Either way, that was a tremendously smart thing to do. Although the video she made about it's super fucking cringe.
I haven't seen the video.
Oh god.
And she talked.
Oh, that word y'all said. That word y'all made. Me down. Me. She's like, me bound, pre bound, D bound. I don't care because everything's coming off the board. It's mine. Yeah, it's mine.
You look like you're auditioning for a Tyler Perry movie.
I got to wear a dress.
Oh god.
She was like, whoever thought that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Me bound, me bound, me bound, me bound. Exactly. What is it with chicks that all think they got to do this now? And
it's because they're emphasizing. That's why. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
It's like what's your name? The girl didn't I tell you guys about the girl with Tourette's that I was watching?
Hold on, I found the Angel Reese video.
Oh, let me see it.
Yeah. Oh, it's so fucking cringe. Watch how gross this is. Mm-hmm. It's like watching a bad child actor.
Whoever came up with the me bounce thing Y'all ate that up because rebounds, rebounds, anything that comes off that board, it's mine. It's mine. And a brand, that's 6 figures right there. Whoever came up with that, the trolling, I love when y'all do it because like the ideas be good. Like when y'all have to alter my face because I'm cute. All right, whatever. Like that doesn't get me. But like when y'all came up with rebounds, because statistically, all the rebounds that I get aren't always just mine. They're like the defenses too, or somebody else's on my team. But when y'all came up with rebounds, y'all eat one little thing. Jenny, we're working. We're gonna work with that.
I don't even understand what she's saying.
How could get the fuck out of the bathroom? Why is everything gotta be shot? I mean, you got 10 rooms.
Everybody hits
rooms
the
in your
fucking
house.
bathroom all the time.
I just don't get it. Go in the other room. Go in the living room. What did she do, Billy? What did she do 5 minutes before she made that thing? What was she doing in the bathroom is what I want to know.
Making sure she looked right for the video.
Yeah. I also found the video of those guys reacting to them betting.
B-bounds.
I also found the video of the guys reacting to winning the bet.
Yeah.
When she missed her first shot. So
watch this.
Day nine. I'm feeling good. We're feeling good. It's our time to shine. Our time to shine. Back on track.
The Titanic music.
We're locked. Come on. Miss!
We're back.
He's got that sock face on. Is that James it's a LeBron James sock face.
What the fuck was that? That's worse than me fucking wrestling, buddy. With that fucking sock face thing.
Billy got half a chub looking at the guy with a sock face.
Oh my god. I don't know, man. She's as cringe as she is. All that stuff is just cringe as fuck. But
I understood every other word she said there. And I'm just
she's saying nothing. But see,
there's
no way we're
chirping.
being. But we're not being just fucking crotchety old fucks right now, right?
No, I don't think so.
She literally said nothing, right?
No, yeah.
Like,
see, as Bill Bean comics as we are, we know editing is the key to being good at this. She could have edited that down and made it great if she'd have just said, everybody's got this me bound thing. Well, you know what? If it comes off the board, they're all me bound, my bound. Just cut it right there. Make it short, succinct. There you go. Done deal. And then you would have looked at that and went, okay, that was good. But then when they do all the chirping and they talk, then it's like, well, goddamn, just no.
Because she has to qualify it.
Yeah, she should have just
because
came
when y'all
right
be
out.
saying that, when you alter my face because I'm cute, like I am. Shut up.
Hey, you know what? How many times have we done this so far? Is we on like our 15th time or something?
Episode?
Yeah.
Oh God. We gotta be further along than 15.
Well, because the thing is, on the screen I'm using here.
Yeah.
Last week was the first time I knew how to enlarge it so it's over my whole.
Attaboy.
Before it was in the corner.
I'm so proud of Willie.
Like someone be writing something, I'd be going, "What's that?"
I'm so proud of Willie. Look at that. He's
I know. I was trying to tell
you, right
in
front of our eyes.
Yeah.
I was trying to tell you how to do that a while back, and you're like, "Knock back."
No, he was like, I'm afraid I'm going to lose you, and you're lucky I even get in here every week.
Yeah, and he just fucking gets all like I'm trying to put him in a home by just trying to tell him how to enlarge the screen.
I know what you're doing when behind my back you two are talking. I know what you're talking about. Hey, you think I've lost it, but I've got it. I hear you talking. Chirping.
I hear you guys over there talking about what you're gonna do with me.
That's my father-in-law. He's like in the other room. What are you talking about in there? I know, I ain't going anywhere.
You're not putting a fucking pillow on my head.
That's right.
How is Shady Pines going?
That's where my wife's at tonight. She's at the Pines.
Is she? She's on her shift.
On her shift. Yeah.
I was just at your place. Like, how often is what's her shift?
Well, there's 4 kids, so they got to cover all of them. So for the most part, everybody usually does twice a week.
Gotcha.
So and then somebody gets lucky and has to do once. I think that's Jenny's once this week because we're leaving Friday for Vegas. So
gotcha.
We'll only have to do the one.
Does she ever plan anything when it's her?
No. Well, I mean, their family's amazing because there's 4 of them, 4 grown children, right? Now,
right.
I mean, Jenny, her brother Pete's the youngest at 58. Jenny's 59. So, and then Julie's my age. So,
yeah,
they're in their 60s and 50s, and there's 4 kids, and they all get along to the point where they all will take turns with their parents. I don't know many families that all the kids, are equally involved. There's always.
I think we would do that. My family would.
You got the brother and your sister, and you would. Yeah,
I can tell you 100%. My family doesn't.
It's a tough thing.
I'm pretty sure between my brother, my sister, and I, and then my other set of parents with my other little sister, like
they'd all cover it.
Yeah, everybody would do. My older sister, in a lot of ways, is kind of the mother.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, like, I'm pretty sure she would be kind of lead the way on organizing stuff like that, and we'd all just kind of fall in line, I think.
Yeah. That's Julie. Julie's the matriarch of this thing. Julie makes sure that it smoothly and but I mean these kids, I mean it's just amazing how they bond. And it's not only the kids, their kids, the grandchildren are on board too. Like Claudia's one of the grandchildren. Claudia lives down the street, and Claudia, if something comes up, an emergency, someone's got to keep an eye on Grandpa and Grandma. She's right there, and same thing with all the Haggerty's kids. So, I mean, it's actually a beautiful family they have there that they keep it all together like that.
And they're Filipino, right?
Yeah. Well, the mother's Filipino. Carl, their father is a fucking mutt. He's everything. It's funny if you saw the 4 kids and Jenny's wife, Jenny's mother, and then you saw Carl. If they all took a picture together, it would look like the label should be have picture taken with Filipino family $5 because Carl looks nothing like any of the. It looks like they're just some white guy they put in the picture.
Did he mail order mom? Is that what happened?
No, he met her. Connie was born. My mother-in-law was born in the Philippines. Moved to Hawaii when she was like, I want to say 8 or 9. I mean, she was there during Pearl Harbor, a different island, but she was there. And she met Carl in Colorado. Connie's very well educated. Connie went to college and everything. Carl was serving in the Korean War, came back and was doing some kind of duty in Colorado. I think it was Boulder. And he met her there. And you couldn't get 2 people more apart. Connie, educated, Filipino. Carl, just a white dude from the east side, from Snoozeville. Went to high school, but he doesn't, but somehow they made it work, and they're still together. They're going on 70 years. Man, it's amazing.
Do you think the old school Filipino women were pretty submissive?
Yeah, I think so, but not Connie though. Connie was because she's educated. I mean, that's her big thing.
Well, I know, but even being educated, sometimes.
No, well, to be honest, she takes care of. She does whatever Carl wants her to. I mean, and she never.
Or she gets hit, right? Or
no,
you like 95 years old. They're
make me show you the back of my head.
They're fucking beat the shit out of each other. They're fucking Ike and Tina if they made it that long.
God, how much brain damage would Tina have by? My God,
if she just stayed with Ike.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we're not supposed to, laugh or make fun of domestic abuse, but.
See, think about it. If they were still together, Tina, how bad would her CTE be? Singing them songs, she'd fuck up all the words.
That scene, though.
City Bibbits.
That scene and What's Love Got to Do with it when they're in the back of the limo just beating the fucking shit out of each other. I'm sorry, that makes me laugh every fucking time.
You know what's weird though? We talked about this. You've never hit a woman, have you?
No,
me neither. I mean, I don't know where it gets to that point.
I've restrained a few.
Yeah, oh yeah. I've been hit many times by women.
I've been hit closed fist everything they got several times. It did not hit back.
My ex-wife she Sugar Ray Leonard me a couple times just to fucking Sugar Ray at the end of the round he fucking shoe shine you. My ex-wife used to shoe shine the fuck out of me. He just she's like she hitting a what do you call it? A speed bag.
Yeah.
Shit.
Your fucking head's just
exactly. Like that, yeah.
Look like what God? Oh, it was the beginning of Naked Gun.
Yeah, exactly.
When he fucking the Ayatollah or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He knocks off his fucking mohawk.
Speaking of that, there's a new Naked Gun with Liam Neeson. You gonna see?
I know we showed the preview.
Yeah.
Remember we were talking about it? Yeah. I don't think it comes out till like August, man. I
like Liam Neeson, but there was nobody better than that fucking guy.
Here's what's brilliant about it. Because there's a couple things that I've seen already that they've done right, in my opinion. Because when you're gonna remake that movie, like first of all, it's hard to remake. I don't feel like comedies can really get remade.
No.
Anyway,
because that's what makes it funny is the unexpectedness.
Well, yeah, you can't do it over again. It's got to be
because there's no unexpected.
Yeah,
I mean, like Barbara Billingsley doing the thing with the rap guys.
Yeah,
in the plane.
On airplane
was funny.
Talking jive.
But if they did it again, it could still be funny. But then you already see it coming.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Excuse me, I speak jive.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on the Spaceballs 2 movie coming out then?
See, I love Spaceballs.
Oh, really?
When my daughter was little, we watched that.
You didn't see that, Bill?
I didn't.
Oh God, you gotta watch.
Food don't want no help. Food don't get no help.
When Rick Moranis has got that big helmet on, oh my God.
So
playing with the dolls.
What they've done, what I've seen them do, the two things that they did here that I think is brilliant is one, using technology.
Yeah,
because the technology is so much better. Like you saw in the preview, they had the little girl that turns into Liam Neeson or whatever. Yeah. So like that's hilarious, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing they did was before Naked Gun and before Police Squad. I think this is true, or before Airplane, all of it. Liam Neeson. The fuck, Leslie Nielsen,
yeah,
was like a serious actor.
Oh, was he really?
Totally dramatic, serious actor. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So they've taken Liam Neeson, who's not a comedic actor, and put him in. Like, I think that's another kind of brilliant thing they've done.
So, do they got a black guy like OJ? If they're going to get a football player that's a felon, don't they have to get Antonio Brown?
No, they did. Didn't you? Don't you remember the preview? They do the thing where it's all the sons and they're.
Then they show the picture and
they show the black kid looking at OJ and he's like,
no, yeah, exactly.
And see, it's perfect because they did the whole fucking my dad. I got to make my dad, who was a cop, proud or whatever. Exactly. You know.
Yeah.
That's every fucking stupid cop show or movie. There's.
Yeah.
Oh, your old man be so proud of you for arresting that guy.
It's always like every movie too, when the guy, you can't mention the one thing that like in the Airplane, Machu Picchu, you couldn't talk about Machu Picchu because he had the bad thing there and Machu. So I mean, yeah, they always got that part where you can't bring that up. Yeah, because that
me and George Zip.
Exactly.
Do you want to see the trailer for Spaceballs 2?
The new Spaceballs, yes, please.
All right. By the way, I got a notification last week. I got a notification last week from Facebook.
Yeah.
Because I played that fucking clip on YouTube of that fucking.
Yes. Wow. Yes.
I got in trouble again.
Yeah, so, I saw that.
I think I think I can do. I can do trailers, so I think we're good here. All right, here we go.
8 years ago, there was only one Star Wars.
This is prequel. Is Mel Brooks involved in this?
Yes.
That's great. "36 MCU movies with 2 different Robert Downey Jr.'s. An animated Lion King, live action animated Lion King, live action animated Lion King prequel, 8 Harry Potter movies." Is this the whole preview? And Oppenheimer. But in 38 years, there has only ever been one Spaceball. Oh man, what are we gonna do about who's gonna play John? Is somebody gonna be Bart's?
Who is gonna be John Candy? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mel Brooks is still alive. He's like 98.
Yeah.
After 40 years.
Wow.
We asked
Spaceballs a sweatshirt.
But instead, we're making this movie.
We asked what did the fans want, but instead we're making
May the shorts be with you.
God, I love Mel Brooks.
Oh man. Billy, do you ever watch the you ever see when him and Carl Reiner used to do the 2,000-Year-Old Man? One of the most brilliant bits ever.
I feel like
it's all improv.
I feel like I know a bit, but
Carl Reiner interviews Mel Brooks as a 2,000-year-old man, and he starts asking questions, and you can see it's just improv all the way, and it's fucking brilliant. Yeah. Good old fun.
I guess Mel Brooks. I heard a story that was it World War II? Is he old enough to? He's old enough to have been in World War II, isn't he?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Let's see. He's 98. Yeah, my father-in-law is 91. Was in the Korean War, and that was in the 50s. So that's kind of pushing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Oh, he was born. He was born in 1928. So yeah, he could have been. Yeah. He could have been.
When did World War II start? Was it 42?
Start something. Yeah, it started in 42.
Wasn't it 42 or was it 49?
41.
And lasted how long?
45.
41 to 45.
Yes, it was 3.5 years.
Yeah.
Pearl Harbor was December 7th, 1941. That's when we went to war. And August of 45 is when they signed the Armistice Treaty.
So he was born in 28. So
17.
Yeah,
16,
I mean that would have been the end. That would have been the end.
Yeah, I mean maybe the very end.
Yeah,
I don't know. I guess there was a story. I thought it was World War II because
could have been Korean War easy. I mean,
well, it's about German soldiers.
Yeah,
and Mel Brooks was a Jew.
Yeah,
and I guess there's some story about him being a 19-year-old private and playing music over the speakers.
I got it.
Let's see.
Mel Brooks served in the U.S. Army during World War II. He was a corporal and combat engineer in the 78th Infantry Division, specifically with the 110th Engineer Combat Battalion. His unit was involved in constructing bridges and clearing mines as the Allies advanced into Germany. He also served as a forward artillery observer and later worked in special services as a performer, entertaining troops, and he was honorably discharged in June 1946.
God.
So... yeah, I guess
1944 to 1946. He was born in 1926.
26. Okay.
So he was.
I guess there's a story where there was, you could hear there was like just like a little bit of forest separating them from the Germans, and he could. Like they could hear shit. The Germans could hear stuff coming over their speakers. And so he would play this singer that was really good, I guess.
Oh, here we go. I found what you're talking about.
Al Jolson? Who was he playing?
It was a Jewish singer. And so he knew the Germans loved it when he played it.
Yeah.
And so he just thought it was hilarious that they were loving this Jewish singer.
Was it Al Jolson?
It was. So Brooks has stated that when he heard Germans singing over their loudspeakers, he responded by singing American Jewish singer Al Jolson's hit Toot Toot Tootsie into a bullhorn.
Toot Toot Tootsie goodbye. Tootsie don't cry.
He spent time in the stockade after taking an anti-Semitic heckler's helmet off and smashing him in the head with a mess kit.
A mess kit or a musket?
A mess kit.
It's the train that takes me away from you. No words can tell how sad it makes me. Kiss me, Tootsie, and then do it over again. That's Al Jolson.
Oh my God.
Watch for the mail. I'll never fail. If you don't get a letter, then you know I'm in jail.
Did he do the fucking hello, my baby? Hello, my honey? Is that him?
Do the hands. You got to do the
Oh,
jazz
my
hands.
ragtime gal.
And then you bring that little frog out and the fucker wouldn't do
Yeah, the little frog singing it. That's the best part of that cartoon when he can't get the frog to perform. And he just picks it up and he's flipping his fucking foot. The music just plays real fucking.
But when no one's around, that frog was fucking good, man. He had the top hat on.
Send me a kiss by wire. Baby, my heart's on fire.
Bill, how about a little...
I need to come up with a new closer.
I know.
For my man, you know what? I hadn't even thought about that. I need to just this special. It's a half hour.
Yeah.
I feel like I just need to buckle down and commit to 30 minutes and just do nothing but that 30 for the next however long.
That's a great idea.
And really just commit to that.
Is there anything, since this is called Billy and Willie's Workshop, we ought to workshop that. Is there any in particular subject you want to talk about? I mean, is there a theme you want to go with for this 30 minutes or no?
You know, I've never been a guy that thought of things that way.
Yeah, me neither.
Like if I were to, I can't even think of a title,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like I can't think of an overriding theme. Like I know my favorite, like I used to have a CD early on that I sold that I made myself. And I titled it Honestly Brutal.
That's it. You know what I think it should be? I came to me.
I thought that was a great title.
Here's the title for Billy. Billy Blank, Smarter Than I Look.
That's not bad.
That's
Smarter
not bad
Than
at
I
all.
Look ain't bad.
That ain't bad.
That ain't bad actually. But yeah, I really want to the clean up a homeless chick bit. I really want that in there. I really want to get that. Yeah. I really want to get that polished up. I think that should be I think that bit's really good and it takes a good risk. It walks a good line.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I really start out that bit by kind of punching down. Well, not kind of. I really am just punching down throughout most of the bit and trying to find a way to dig out of that is kind of fun. And I also like making people laugh and feel guilty about it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fun for me.
That's what I mean. If I was to sum you up, I would say that's exactly what your persona is on stage.
Really?
Yeah, it's that uncomfortability of where Jesus. That's funny, but I don't even know if I'm supposed to laugh at that or not. That's the when I watch you. That's what I get out of it. It's always you say something and you kind of shrug a little bit. And then people are like, "Oh, am I supposed to laugh?" I say, "Oh my God, is that right? Should I laugh at that? That's not even, yeah." But that's it. But like most of your stuff comes from a very intelligent side. I mean, it's not like like Rocky Laporte. His stuff is all. I say this because I'm dumb, and that's what. Where yours is the complete opposite. It sounds like you're going to be this rough, gruff guy, but then you say some stuff, and then it's like, okay, that's got some backbone to it. It's got some meaning to it. So I think that would be a good title. Smarter Than I Look.
I think that is a really good title.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to, I think that like the bit that Chris posted a clip of today, the whole middle class, the whole class economics joke. Like I like that. I think I want to put that in there.
Yeah. Are you gonna bring back any of your real old stuff at all? I mean, bits at all?
I'm thinking about it. When I first signed the contract, I was thinking to myself, I really want this to all be new.
Yeah.
But now it's like, well, why? I've got all this stuff that from over the years. I've got plenty of jokes that are timeless.
And it's not oversaturated. It's not like,
I mean, I have plenty of jokes over 25 years that are timeless.
Yeah.
And I can pack those in there. and not do them anymore after that.
Exactly. I think the key for what you're doing is you want the best 30 minutes that you can possibly put together. And if 3/4 of that is your old stuff that you got, then I say you go with it, because once again,
But then my rationale for making it all new is if something were to take off.
Yeah.
Like if a bit through in that kind of went viral and I ended up selling some tickets or whatever.
Yeah.
I know that I can go do 30 minutes that aren't any of the jokes that are on that special.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's true too. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
And so like if I do old stuff, that's 30 minutes of old stuff I can't do.
Right.
So now I have to have new shit.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, because in your thought mind, it's like whatever I'm doing on here, hopefully it goes viral. If it goes viral, then it's burnt material at that point. And if they come to see me, they're going to want something different. Yeah.
Right.
I understand.
And so if I do it new,
and
it's burnt, something different's already in the bag.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I don't have to take the risk of doing new.
You're not going to put off gigs. If someone calls you and says, "We want you here next week," you're fine. You're locked.
Exactly.
You're locked and loaded. You're ready.
Exactly.
To go. Yeah.
That's kind of my thought process of making it all new.
Yeah. You know, it's sad.
So I feel like if I take about 15 minutes and just do some bits that I just really like.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I have to have fun.
I think anytime, we've been doing this long enough. Anytime you're in a packed room and the crowd's got a good vibe and they're there to see what they're, some comedy, it's always fun. That's,
True.
I mean, it's never not. Yeah. What's sad is I wish Teehees was still around still to this day. I mean, because that's a place that they would have let you go up every night if you wanted to. You could have just solidified it. Not to say Alicia won't let you go up the Funny Bone, but I mean, they're on a tight schedule. You might get one shot to do 10 minutes a week, but where Teehees, if you said, "Listen, I want to come in at 7:00 every night before the show starts and let me just do," they would have welcomed it because
True.
So
yeah. And
I'm going.
I feel like this week I got coming up in July in Branson.
Yeah.
Like that's gonna be like the old days,
How many shows you got that night? I mean that week.
Well, at least 3.
Oh, that's good.
I don't know if there's multiple shows on Friday and Saturday or not, but it's at least 3 shows, and I think I'm really gonna kind of focus that.
Question for you: when you first started, because when I first started, there was nothing out there, and I can remember talking close to 40 years ago, hairbrush in front of a mirror and trying to do my bit because there was no other outlet to do it. I mean, now you're 25 years in the business. There were clubs then. I mean, but did you ever do in front of a mirror or make your brother sit there?
Me and Kevin Fitzgerald used to, every once in a while we'd workshop where we'd stand up with a mic and perform bits to each other and then tag them and kind of, work on them.
Yeah, you were lucky.
But that was rare. We didn't do that a lot. We had a period of time. He was cooking at Claxon's and he'd get off work at like 10 and he would come to my house after work.
Yeah.
And we had a little groove there for a while where he'd come over almost every night and we'd write.
To give you an idea of where I was at when I was first starting, I was the comedian in Des Moines. There were 2 other guys. There was Ben Euland, who's doing still what he's doing, a magician, and there was a guy named Brent Aitchison that was an impressionist. So I would try to bounce shit off of them, and it never worked because Ben was always like, you ought to do that, with linking rings.
Yeah, you link the rings together afterwards.
And Brent's like, if you do that one joke, but you did it like John Wayne,
do it in Tony the Tiger's voice.
Exactly. So I mean, I couldn't get any help from him.
Yeah, and that's where Kevin was really great for me because he's a guy that started in New York.
Yeah.
So it was. We were both huge purists, so
we
focused on the writing a lot.
What would you say was your peer group at the time you were starting? Because you and Kevin, who else was out there?
Josh
25
Alton,
years ago. Yeah.
Josh Alton, Jared Dog, Rob Rivera was the guy that ran most of the. Rob Rivera was kind of our, I don't know, AJ or Dan.
How come I don't know
maybe.
him? Was he a
I don't
Des Moines
know.
guy?
He always ran. My first time on stage.
Mm-hmm.
The show was called Rob Rivera's Comedy Showcase.
And where is this at?
And it was at Billy Joe's Lounge.
Okay. All right.
And it was every other Tuesday.
Yeah.
And I went to it. Jared Dog performed at it all the time. Jared Dog went to school with my sister. So that's how I started going to those shows and just watching.
Which school?
Them.
North? Where?
Central.
Oh,
Central
okay.
College.
Yeah. Down in Pella.
Yeah. And so Jared Dog would do the shows, and then he DJ'd the karaoke afterwards.
Okay. Yeah.
And so a group of us would go and watch the show and then do karaoke afterwards. And it was a blast. We had so much fun. And like 6 months went by and I was finally like, man, I could be better than half these motherfuckers if I just gave it a shot.
Yeah.
And so I did. And the rest is history.
Well, I'm
just a boy in a dream.
I'm wondering why I didn't know about that. I'm just thinking, well, that long ago, that's when I was on the road all the time. So I never.
Yeah, you were. Yeah. I remember trying to know. I mean, it's funny because, going to you and going to the Round Guy to do shows and stuff, that was strategic for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the guys that I was doing shows with, they weren't going anywhere.
Yeah.
And to me, it was like, if I'm going to live in Des Moines and I'm going to do comedy, you're kidding yourself if you're not trying to get into the funny bone. Who wouldn't be trying to? Yeah, this is the biggest. It's the biggest chain in the country. Like
I think a lot of them use that as an excuse for why they couldn't get into the funny bone. Like, well, I don't need the funny bone. Well, you can't get into the funny bone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you weren't good enough.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Or it doesn't mean you're not good enough necessarily. No. Paul just didn't like you. Or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. You just didn't fit. You didn't fit the schedule at the time. Yeah.
I don't know what made Paul like me. Mm-hmm. He fucking abused the shit out of me.
Well, I mean,
I don't know why I think he knew I wanted it.
Exactly. That was Paul understood comedy well. I mean, he knew, he understood where the jokes came from, and he appreciated anybody that really, wanted to work it.
I only ever heard compliments from Janet that when Paul was trying to get, Janet was the manager of the South Bend Funny Bone.
Yeah.
And Paul was getting me in there. Because the first time I worked there, it wasn't with you. It was, I can't remember who I was.
Oh, really? Okay.
But anyway, when I spoke to Janet on the phone to nail down the week, she goes, Paul spoke really highly of you. Yeah, I'm like, oh, cool, and he
back
goes,
then that's what you needed too. I mean,
because he never told me anything good. He never did.
Yeah,
and she said that he said he's great. You'll love him. He's not super high energy. You can put him with anybody.
Yeah.
And then
Paul was a student of the game. He understood exactly what your act was. He understood what you did, and he sold it that way. You know what I mean?
Well, and what he said was, and this is the only thing I ever heard him ever describe me, anything.
Yeah.
He told her, he's just got a way of talking that, I don't know, just
that phony fucking laugh. You could tell the phony from the real.
He was like, I think what he was saying is, what he said was like, I had a way of speaking. I don't know, maybe like what you said, smarter than I look or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's kind of what he was trying to say.
I think that's probably exactly, because you walked in, you look like you sell meth, and then you've got some actual jokes that they've got a continuing thing, and they string together, and you have punchlines and everything. You're an actual comic. I would never guess that from you.
Well, thank you.
Smarter than you look. Yeah.
It's backhanded compliment night with Willie Farrell.
No, we're working on your show here. I think I think we got to go with that.
Maybe we'll build you up, Buttercup, just to let you down.
That's right. I think that's what we got to go. I think that's how you open it up. Smarter look, you come out, you say, okay, I know smarter than I look. I know most of you people right now, you're thinking, oh God,
yeah, but I don't want.
Is Breaking Bad doing season 10?
I don't want to start off with the what I look like jokes.
Okay, all right, okay.
That shit.
Yeah,
I know what you're thinking. Yeah, I ain't fucking doing that shit.
I know what you're thinking. Beer.
Hey, I'm gonna make jokes about myself because I look like this on purpose. Hey, everybody talk about what a freak I am that I did it on purpose.
Is your name really Bill Blank?
Motherfucker, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not doing the fucking no.
You're not doing that either.
I can't do let me tell you a little bit about myself. No, I know. I'm such a cunt. I make it harder for myself. I really do.
Yeah.
Like
I think your name should be Bill Shovel Blank because you're digging a fucking hole for yourself right off the bat. My God. Holy shit.
I just hate
making my new logo and everything.
Bill Shovel Blank.
I hate cliche, formulaic stuff. Like, I rarely.
You don't want it to be a joke. You want it to be, I'm having a conversation and find the jokes in the conversation. You don't want it to be.
Exactly. But I do some just quick one-liner type stuff and throughout, jokes are joke. I love it all.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't like writing in a way that makes it look like I learned it in a class.
Yeah. Okay.
Or read it in a book on how to write a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like those formulas.
So okay, here's how I want you to come on. I want you to come on and say, hey, how's everybody doing tonight? That's always a good start, isn't it?
Come on, you could do better than that.
Exactly.
No matter what. No matter what their reaction
even
is.
If they
come on.
Even if they go berserk the first time. Come on.
You can do better than that.
Yeah.
Let's
go through some of the cliche things that the
callbacks.
Yeah.
I don't like callbacks.
Yeah.
But shit, Dave Chappelle closes almost every show with some callbacks.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't begrudge it, and a good callback's a good callback.
You got to make it if it's organic. If
exactly,
it's got to be organic. It can't be if you do a callback when it's like, oh, you're just throwing that in there because you're throwing that in there. But if you're in the middle of something and the callback fits something
kind of happens.
Yeah, kind of happens.
But I think that's what happens, and then they end up. That's how they structure the show.
But then they try to put it together all the time, but you can't.
But see, I haven't lived that career of a new hour special.
Mm-hmm.
On top of a new hour special.
Yeah.
On top of a new hour special. So I don't write a show.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like those guys are writing a show. This is this show.
Yeah.
Now that show's done. Now I'm writing this show.
Yeah.
Like those of us that just are out there working, that's not how it went.
So you're saying your albums are Bill Blank, Single Guy. And then your next album is Bill Blank, Fatherhood. Then the next show is Bill Blank,
Grandpa Hood.
Yeah, divorced guy.
Divorced guy.
Bill Blank, stage 4 cancer guy.
Second time divorced guy.
That's right. Exactly.
So yeah, I don't like to write those. I don't like to do the purposeful misdirection.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Which is in all the books, basically. That teach you how to do. Well, no, you summed it up perfectly. You don't want it to be like you read a stand-up comedy book and that's how you formulated your act. I understand that completely. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So
you know what? The best stand-up comics are the ones that, like I always say when I talk to young comics, I say if anybody ever says to you, "Hey, you remind me of blank" or whatever,
you're doing
that's not
wrong.
good. You're doing it wrong. You want somebody to come up and say, God, I've never fucking heard where that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, this is a new voice.
And when you think about it, Dangerfield, Sam Kinison, they're all all out of left field.
So I just want my voice to be different.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's just how I've always felt. That's how I've always been on.
Bill, we could write, you know what? We have this time every week. We could write your act right on here. We can do that.
You know how fucking boring that would be for people?
No, like tonight we could just come up with what's Bill's opening line. What's Bill
tonight? I celebrate my love for you.
I would like that. I would like that, yeah.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Gary Valentine, Kevin James's brother, very funny stand-up. When I met him, this is
Gary Valentine is great.
Yes. He used to open his act singing with this voice. For so long, you and I have been down together for so long. He would sing the whole Bee Gees song.
The whole song?
Pretty much.
Just open with it?
Yeah, but the way he did it was, I mean, it was fucking. I mean, and that's one of those things where, God, you got to commit to that. And if you commit to that, and then what do you do? What do you do when you're in that night when there's 3 people in the crowd?
You just start fucking humping somebody's face. Yeah, and then you got to follow that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a tough thing.
I don't, it's weird, and I was never that guy. You hear stories about guys talking about, my whole goal was to just bury headliners, just bury the headliner, bury the headliner. That's how I was gonna,
Yeah.
I never subscribed to that.
That's one of the reasons I quit liking comedy clubs, was because, it's great when you have 3 guys that just wanted to make a good show, but it would always, like, the MC thought he should be the middle thought he should be the headliner, and the headliner wasn't getting enough money. I mean, it turned into something shitty. You know what I mean? Especially when
I always just felt like I didn't feel like my style on stage was ever going to be unfollowable, no matter how well I did.
Yeah.
Like I can crush and I can still be followed.
Yeah.
Like if you can't follow me, it's just because you're not good enough.
Yeah.
Like,
because you don't bring the intensity. You don't bring it. Yeah. You're not ending your show with a big number rally.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny, very funny, but it was like, okay,
people are gonna laugh
the
whole time. Like it's gonna be a good show.
Yeah.
But like I'm not gonna be I'm just never gonna be that hard to follow.
Well, you know what's funny? You say that, and when I think about my favorite comics, they're the same kind of acts. So never anybody that's killing the crowd, but you watch them and you go, God damn, that's good, that's funny. But it was never, the guys that kill the crowd. Let's be honest.
Wait a minute. You just said I never killed the crowd.
No. I'm saying what I mean is you're not getting them all riled up with the fucking dance number or something. What I'm saying is you remind me of comics like, I'm trying to think of who I like. I mean, like a John Rigi or a fucking Jeff Cesario, guys that were just very, very funny, very clever. But yeah, they didn't bring that energy up too much to where they got everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
come on, everybody, they're doing this shit. Yeah.
But my whole thing was I needed to be able to follow anybody.
Yeah.
I wasn't worried about anybody following me.
Mm-hmm.
I was always worried about following anybody.
Have you ever had? Because I've had it all. I've had those acts before that, fucking circus acts.
Well, that was part of my thing. Like I remember like Dwayne Clark, for example.
Yeah.
When Dwayne would feature, he wouldn't play his guitar. He'd just do a regular,
Mm-hmm.
And one time we went to Omaha together and Colleen was just like, you guys can flip flop, like whatever. And I asked Dwayne if he would feature, but I wanted him to play his guitar.
Yeah.
So I was like, I need to learn how to follow this. I need to. And so I did that. And then, other like musical closers and shit.
He said,
and the thing the overall, I guess, writing factor, like the one thing that I realized would always work pretty much universally is if you compliment whatever they did.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like you just go up on stage and you talk about how funny that was.
He said, I'm going to do a country song. This is from the country of Germany. And he does the
Beethoven and the Skillet Lickers.
Yeah, exactly.
But like I remember, do you know who Chris Schlichting is? He's from Davenport.
He's out of Mason City, isn't he?
Davenport.
Yeah, okay.
He used to do this closer where he told a story about his talent show in like 3rd grade, and he played Eye of the Tiger and just like humped the air to Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 you know, and that was his closer. Him acting like he's in 3rd grade, humping the air to Eye of the Tiger.
Billy's
so I'm like, how the fuck am I going to follow this? What'd you say?
I said Billy's doing that on the couch like JD Vance.
Billy's closers, he brings his fucking wrestling dummies out.
I'm in the back of the room like, wow, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And so I went to the sound guy and I said, when I get on stage, start that music again.
Yeah.
So I got on stage, he started the music again, and I just started fucking I just copied the bit. And then like I went up and put my foot up on a table and like humped this chick's head and like did stuff like that to the music, and then it was fine and I did my set.
Do you know who Jason Russell is?
I do.
Okay, Jason, I mean, he's a headliner, big time here, but he used to do a bit where he was this gay hairdresser. And he would do this whole thing, and then we'd bring somebody out of the crowd and fuck their hair up. He would have like the hairspray, and you would give him like a guy, give him a bouffant, and I mean, and just gayish. I mean, it was a killer fucking bit. It was like
they all walk out of the fucking club with
their
hair like that.
Yeah, I mean, because he brought someone up there and fucked them up, and people were going, yeah, it was tough.
Yeah. The worst is a guy opening for you, bringing people up out of the crowd. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Yuck.
There's this guy called Mr. Entertainment. That's on his act. Oh, there you go.
All right, we got to take a break.
Hey guys, I made myself look like this on purpose. Hey, this guy right here, this guy's thinking this. This thing that this guy right here thinks every night.
This guy is thinking this.
This guy.
All right.
This guy right here, he's going ... Even though that fucking guy, every single fucking show is never going that.
Oh god.
Oh god. All right, we got to get a break. Let's get a word from our sponsors. We'll come back. I've got some Reddit stuff. I've got our AI, and we're gonna bring back a little segment we have in Ross Peterson here. We're gonna bring the little roulette wheel back and come up with a random generator. And Bill, I found a sign that's perfect from you from the No Kings protest over the weekend.
Okay, cool.
All right, here we go.
I almost know exactly. I almost think I know the sign.
All right, we'll see.
Making great tasting bourbon requires the perfect combination of ingredients, conditions, and time. The longer it rests, the better it tastes. Revelton Distillery's new single barrel bourbon is made from 80% corn, sourced 100% from Iowa farmers. And unlike mass-produced bourbons, each barrel of Revelton's single barrel bourbon is unique, proofed on when it tastes best. As they like to say, it'll be ready when it's ready. And to ensure the highest standards of quality and flavor, owners Rob and Christy Taylor oversee the production and bottling. Every single barrel. Iowa-born, Iowa-aged, Iowa-bottled. Try the new single barrel bourbon from Iowa's own Revelton Distillery. ReveltonDistillery.com. In 2023, a crack Green Beret named Dan Douglas retired his military command and promptly escaped to a full-time career in real estate. Today, this man is wanted by home buyers and sellers who want to survive the process without spending a fortune. If you have a home to sell or want to buy one, maybe you can hire Dan Douglas at Green Beret Realty. You can find him at greenberetrealty.com. greenberetrealty.com. Whether you're buying, selling, or refinancing your home, or if it's simply time to renovate the one you're already living in, you need an experienced mortgage professional to help you analyze your financing options and to make sure the closing goes smoothly. And that's exactly what you get when you call Kyle Lehman at Wintrust Mortgage. Kyle's experience and expertise, coupled with Wintrust's rates and programs, ensures you'll get the mortgage that's right for you. You may even qualify for down payment assistance. Before you reach out to a realtor, call Kyle and get pre-qualified, empowering you to start shopping for the home of your dreams. Call Kyle at 515-473-0546. Kyle Lehman, Wintrust Mortgage, 515-473-0546.
All right, and we're back, and of course, we're broadcasting from the AKC Andrew Downs Marketing Studio. And yes, Revelton Distilling Company can now ship to 42 states across the country. So go ahead and go to their website, pick a product, put it in the cart. They'll start shipping on the 23rd. So all of you people that are watching us from across the country, you guys can order that Revelton that we've been talking about. So
what was that thing in the middle?
It was just a little promo ad that when I played it, I didn't realize that it wouldn't disappear you guys on the other side. So
yeah, that was weird.
So, all right.
That made me feel weird.
The No Kings protest had some pretty amazing signs. And
I saw some good ones, yeah.
I found one on a TikTok that I took a screenshot of because I thought it was perfect for Bill.
Icon.
That's not the one that I knew the word cunt was going to be in there. I saw one that just said Donald Trump's a cunt. That's it.
For those of you that are going to listen to the audio version, it said, I'd call him a cunt, but he lacks depth and warmth. So, yeah, it was my favorite.
I do feel that No Kings is a good word for that protest. I thought.
How about no cunts?
That was a good,
that would have been better.
No, I thought that was a good. I mean, it's like you said, like these tariffs go to China, and then he comes out with a Trump cell phone.
I know, unbelievable. Yeah.
It reeks of a king.
Yeah,
it does.
Oh,
it reeks of a king and his kingdom, and everybody has to like the King James Bible is what has to be read. You know.
Yep.
The King Trump Bible.
All right, we'll hit some Reddit. Then we'll spin the wheel, and then we'll finish up with the AI photos, which are inspired by my trip to Vegas. So, all right, would I be the asshole if I told my neighbor no? My wife and I just moved to a new state 2 months ago, got a duplex near the city in a decent neighborhood. We're excited to finally have a decent sized backyard with a room for our dog to run around with, fire pit, things like that. Me and my wife consider ourselves to be very cordial and friendly neighbors, but we're not loud. We never yell if we have any disagreement, and we keep to ourselves. We quickly met our neighbors, who I'll call Barry and Emma, who have 2 young kids. We've since had friendly chats over the backyard fence, mostly with Barry. However, on a regular basis, both me and my wife have heard Emma yelling at both Barry and the kids. We wouldn't get involved because it's not any of our business, but it's kind of uncomfortable to listen to, and we kind of frankly feel sorry for Barry and the kids. The kids, they're loud. The younger one screams as part of their regular vocabulary, and the older one teases her regularly, enabling the constant screaming. They often play outdoors, while me and my wife happen to be in our backyard and is grading whether or not we're working on something or just trying to relax. Since putting our backyard together and the nice weather's finally come around, me and my wife have made it a weekly ritual to hang out in the backyard, burn some wood in the fire pit, have a few beers, hang out, so forth. So far, Barry has come out to ask if we turn off music because the kids are trying to sleep around 10 p.m. I said fair enough and turned off the music. Another time, my wife was on our porch smoking a cigarette, and Emma came outside and asked her to put it out because the smoke was going into their kids' room on the second floor where the window was open. My wife apologized, put it out, and went inside. And then this past Saturday, me, my wife, and her friend were in the backyard burning wood in the fire pit, drinking some beers, and by no means were we loud. It was at 9:45 Now, this is a Saturday night. Emma comes out and tells us to put the fire out. Smoke is coming into the house. She can't close the windows because it's too hot, and the fire was too close. Actually, it was 20 feet away from any structure. I said, no worries, I'll put it out, and our night ended. But since then, both me and my wife have been kind of frustrated with the situation. We go out of our way not to be disturbance, but we would like to enjoy our time together, and we love our backyard. It feels like our backyard is being held hostage, but we don't want to rock the boat and make things weird. I'd like to nip it in the bud while we're relatively new neighbors. Next time we have a backyard hangout and ask to stop, I'm going to plainly say no, sorry. Would I be the asshole if I did that?
I think, you know what? She just addressed the fact that she thinks that their kids are loud and maybe she should do that first. Maybe she should go over and say, hey, by the way, I'm trying to relax and your kids are screaming and can you help? And then see what she says. Because if she says, oh, they're just kids are going to be, then that's when you're going to say, okay, listen, we're not going to live by two sets of rules. If your kids are loud, I'm going to tell them to shut up. Because if I can't smoke a cigarette in my backyard, I think that she has to confront them. And I mean, because she did say that she didn't care for what the kids were doing. So I don't know who the asshole is at this point.
The thing is, in most places, there's a decibel level. Mm-hmm. And if you're above that decibel level, then you can call the cops. As long as you're below that decibel level, you're good, especially before 10 p.m. After 10 p.m., that decibel level lowers, I believe. And then if you're above that decibel level, you got to be quiet. Now, so there's two things here. There's that. Are they being loud at that decibel level? Yes or no? Probably no. Secondly, it's illegal for them to burn. Can they have a fire pit in their yard where they live? Like me personally, I'm not supposed to have one. Uh-huh. So if I were to burn something in my backyard in a fire pit, I have to have a grill grate out there and a pack of hot dogs in case the fire department shows up, so I can pretend I was grilling.
So who's the asshole?
So get to the point. Who's the asshole? Thanks for explaining it.
What I'm saying is, if they live in a place where all this is okay to have, then they don't need to say shit. They don't need to say yes or no.
I just think the problem is she came out at first and talked about their kids and the loudness and everything.
Right.
So I mean, that's part of the problem is she's saying I'm giving you your kids and their loudness and I'm not saying anything. Give me something back.
Right. I would go. Here's my thing. If I'm outside smoking a cigarette in my fucking yard and she asked me to put it out because it's going in her kid's room, the best thing I'm going to do is go walk to the other side of the house.
Yeah, exactly.
So the smoke doesn't go in the kid's room. I'm not going to put my fucking cigarette out.
Give me a fucking break. If you got a cigarette,
fuck off, cunt.
I mean, you're at least, you got to be at least
here's the deal.
100 feet away from their window.
Here's what I would say. How about this?
Tell them, Billy.
How about you shut your window for the 5 minutes that I'm smoking the cigarette, you stupid cunt, and then open it back up when I'm done.
There you go.
And then also, if it's before fucking 10 o'clock and my music's playing, shut your kids' fucking windows until 10 o'clock.
Well, she said it's too hot. So
until 10 o'clock.
Turn the fucking air conditioning on. You're not living in a.
Exactly. It's 9:45.
It's 2025. You got an air conditioner or central air, for God's sake.
The neighbors are cunts, and she's a cunt because she won't confront them.
My whole
thing
is...
need to rename that Reddit stream, Am I the Cunt? That's what we need to do.
Exactly.
Yeah, my whole thing is there's no fucking way that anybody's going to tell me what I can and can't do in my own yard.
No shit. Not really. I mean, like I said, it's not like you're doing anything insane. I mean, like right now, if I go in my backyard and I'm smoking a cigar and my neighbor came over, and let's be honest, you're at least 50 to 100 feet away from anybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, you could be in a house, and if you're smoking in the other room, you're not bothering anybody.
Right.
So for this to be outside and she's saying that a cigarette is affecting their kids up, that's bullshit.
Well, also, what if a guy that works nights doesn't get to go outside in the summertime and tell the kids in the neighborhood to shut up?
Yeah.
Because he's sleeping, because he's got to work at 11 o'clock at night.
Neighbors are the asshole, and this woman's got to grow a pair.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
These neighbors need to live somewhere without neighbors.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's right.
They shouldn't definitely live in a duplex. That's for sure.
No.
All right. Me and my ex-wife have shared custody of our now 17-year-old daughter and a 15-year-old son for the last 10 years. Both of us got remarried. I had 3 more kids while my ex-wife did not have any more kids. My ex-wife married a doctor, and they have serious money where they buy designer clothes, they have maids, first-class travel, 5-star hotels are the norm. This has, in my view, created a situation where my daughter is incredibly entitled with a questionable moral compass. Whilst me and my wife are doing well financially, we want to raise our kids to become more financially responsible adults and are purposely not spending lavishly. When we take my oldest daughter on a trip, she has zero gratitude. And she is always cranky and distant during such trips. There are no issues with my son, as he truly appreciates any time he spends with us and his half-siblings. I would appreciate any advice on how to teach gratitude to an entitled teenage daughter who is endlessly spoiled by her mother and my ex-wife.
You know what you do? You just keep doing what you're doing, and if she don't like it, fuck it. Because she'll come back when she's like 25 and say, "Oh my God, I was such a bitch." I mean, I don't think there's nothing you're going to teach a 17-year-old. Their ears and heads are closed. They're not going to listen to you. So you just keep with your values and everything else, because he seems to be doing the right thing. And you know what? You got to wait her out. She'll get older. She'll understand, and she'll come back. And hopefully, if she's a good kid, she'll appreciate it.
Yeah, I agree there. That's just an outlaster type deal.
Yeah. Exactly.
That just sounds like a guy that hasn't been through it before.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so it is a long. I mean, there are long lasting. I mean, it's hard with that situation. I mean, I had a blended family like that for a long time, and you have one kid coming to the house part time to a different value system and a different environment,
right.
and it's fucking tough because I mean,
I just don't want
at
my
this
kids,
point, my son's 23 and he still sometimes I see his mom coming out of him, and it makes me want to slap the shit out of him.
Billy's a good kid. And I'll tell you what, if you cater, then you're gonna have yourself a fucking Eric, Don Jr., and a fucking Baron.
Right. Yes.
So don't
that's
do that.
right. Yeah. I feel like Jackson King could take you out, though, Bill. I feel like
it'll be a fucking cold day in hell.
Billy, he could do that.
I don't care.
This is the match I want to see.
He could jump up and kick the hat off your head.
Absolute Pro Wrestling. I'm just saying right now, if you're listening, Mike Vandy, this is the match that Des Moines wants to see.
It is the match.
Jackson King versus his dad in a belt strap match. That's what we want.
He would. Here's the thing. I don't believe my son has it in him to even look at me and like want to actually hit me. Like, I don't think he has it in him to even. I don't know if it's
that is hard. I once, when I lived in Phoenix, I was 15 years old. My parents moved to Phoenix, moved me away from my friends. I was a freshman in high school. I was miserable.
Yeah.
And I remember my dad and I were in the kitchen, and I was adamant I was leaving. I wanted to go home. I fucking hated it there. And we got in an argument, and he got up and he slapped me across the face, and I got up and I grabbed him by the shirt and drew my fucking fist back. And he just looked right at me and he goes, "Go ahead, be a man, hit your father," or something like that. And all I said was, "It'd be a pity." And I let him go because I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it.
Could your old man have old man strength, though?
Yeah, my old man said later, he's like, "I was not sure what I was going to do if I'd have hit you, but I'll tell you this. The lamp was really fucking close, and I'd have fucking beat you the shit out of you with that fucking lamp. I don't care what would it took."
But you and Billy,
my dad hung sheetrock for years.
Yeah,
so my dad was not
old man strength.
Yeah, he was East Sider hanging sheetrock. He didn't fucking play.
Yeah. I'm just pretty sure I'm a lot meaner than he is at my core. Like when it comes down to it. Yeah. Like he's such a good kid, dude.
Yeah,
like
he is
in real life.
He's a good kid.
Yeah, he is.
He absolutely
so like I just don't think he has it in him like that. I mean,
I'll tell you what I love.
He's a trained fighter. I mean, he's a trained kickboxer. He's he's had 3 fights. He's done the real thing. But the thing you got to realize, that shit has weight classes for a reason.
Yeah,
and I'm pretty close to twice my son's fucking size. So like, there's that. Like with my dad, I'm bigger than my dad.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's just a different, but I couldn't even fathom raising my hand to my dad. I couldn't even fathom it.
What am I looking at?
All right, this is what we call the
roulette
wheel. The roulette wheel of Billy and Willie's workshop. We did this once when Ross was here, Willie.
Oh, okay.
So these are just different scenarios. I'm going to spin the wheel. We'll ask the question. You guys got to answer the question of the scenario. All right.
What is reboot roulette? All
right, here we go. So the scenario is
Reverse Shark Tank.
Reverse Shark Tank. Pitch me the worst possible business idea you can think of, but try to convince me that it's genius.
Okay, listen to this. You take a businessman. Listen to me now. You get a businessman with absolutely no history of politics at all, and you take this guy, and you make him become the president of the United States. What do you think? He's done some reality shows. He's had many businesses. Most of them failed. But this guy could be the leader of our country. What do you think?
I think this just might work if we talk to enough stupid fucks.
We put him in the same blue suit and red tie, just like Richie Rich used to wear.
Here's what we do. We pretend to shoot him.
I'm listening. Go on.
And then everybody fucking thinks, look how tough. Have you noticed that with fucking...
They say, but the Secret Service will keep him down. No. We let him bust up through the Secret Service, and that's the photo pic that we use, and we put him on flags and coffee mugs throughout the country.
Have you noticed all of his pictures? He's like trying to look like a hard ass.
Yeah.
Every other if you look at like all the presidential, they always have kind of that presidential painting or whatever, right?
Yeah.
You look at all those over the years, and they're all, they all kind of got this slight smirk or something, this kind of fucking Trump.
I know. Yeah. That's his Tupac look.
His Tupac.
And he goes to all the UFC fights.
Yeah.
They always show him walking in, and everybody's cheering.
Did you ever see the one where he walked in and Bill Burr's wife gave him the finger?
Yes.
Oh, no, I didn't see that.
Oh, Chris, pull that up.
I've never seen that.
Literally walks by Bill Burr, and his wife just fucking gives him the finger.
That's fucking great.
Yeah.
Where's that at?
And what's funny is Bill Burr's never actually even brought it up or talked about it, and he talks about everything. Matter of fact, did you hear when Jesse Waters was talking about Bill Burr's wife?
No.
And he basically said, I saw his wife, and he basically made it like she's fugly.
Yeah.
And Jesse Waters, who's a cunt, if there she is. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. Double blank.
That's fucking great.
Yeah.
But you look at him when he walks into those UFC fights, he has this like tough guy look on his face.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
I'm fucking look. Oh really? You gonna fucking get in there and go a couple rounds?
That's the worst Shark Tank idea that has come through. We stole the country on this fucking guy. I can't do anything
with that. I can't top that.
That's right. His fake tough thing. I was never more disgusted and angry than the time that he cleared that protest out with the National Guard and then walked his chicken shit ass through there and then held up a Bible like he was king fucking shit. I was never so fucking mad in my life about that.
Okay,
you fucking pussy.
Here's the deal. He left yesterday. He left the G7, right?
Yeah.
And he left right. You know why he left? Because you know who was coming in? Zelensky. And he ain't got the balls to fit. Because Zelensky should have came in with a whole fucking deck of cards and went, look, bitch, I got all of them. I got all the cards.
Speaking of cards.
Yeah.
Speaking of cards, I was in Vegas over the weekend.
Yes.
Willie, you ever played 3-card poker?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Dude, that might be my new favorite game.
Yeah.
I play blackjack. I play blackjack a lot.
Did you bet the bonuses?
Yes. That's how you win the money, right?
I play all the bonuses and I play blind. I take the cards and I lay them down.
Now I talked to Aaron. Aaron, my partner from Old Man Strength, said the same thing. Yeah. He plays blind. He plays every time.
Because you know why? Because they tell you to play a queen. I think it's a queen 4-6 or something.
Yeah, because they can't qualify unless it's a queen.
And you get and 9 times out of 10 you get busted on that. They'll have a king. They'll have an ace. So I figured, fuck it, just play. And the very last time I played was in Arizona, and I was down about $1,000, and I put my last $50. I bet my last $100 something. Put them down, didn't touch them. Turned them over. I had 3 threes, and that pays like 30 to 1.
Yeah.
So I made all my money back.
What's the difference between 3-card and Pai Gow?
3-card, you literally don't do anything with 3-card. I mean, they give you 3 cards and you have to beat the dealers.
You just have to decide if you're in or not.
And they have other side bets where you can play
isn't
your
Pai
hand
Gow
with
the
dealers.
same thing? Isn't Pai Gow?
I don't ever play. My wife used to play Pai Gow. I don't even know how that's done, but there's a little more strategy involved.
And I used to play Texas Hold'em a lot, and they
Yeah.
have a Texas Hold'em game there too, and I wasn't entirely sure how that worked, but
Yeah.
I was literally in the Golden Nugget.
Yeah.
Golden Nugget. I had not been in there in 37 years. The last time I was there was with
Still
my
looks
father.
good. Did you go by the pool and everything? With
So-
the Shark Tank and everything?
Yeah,
It's very cool.
So I'm walking by, and this dealer had nobody at her table, and she's like, "Do you want to play?" And I was like, "I'm not sure I know how."
Yeah.
And she said, "I'll show you." And dude, I walked out of there with $150 afterwards. So
Did you get any good hands? Did you get any straight flushes or anything?
you know what? I flopped. I got a couple straights.
Yeah.
And then I got the first hand I played, I had a pair of kings.
Okay.
So
yeah.
I was like, oh, these fuckers are
Yeah.
these
you
you
were
guys
like-
are setting me up.
You're the king.
So you came out ahead from Vegas?
I did. I came home with 400 extra bucks. So
He's
Well,
like,
I'm going out with about 10 or 15 grand, so we'll see what happens to me.
That's why Chris didn't go to the fucking protest. He was like, I want all the kings.
That's right. I want all the kings.
I want
That's
all
right.
the kings. Yeah.
I want kings. So, in inspiration of my trip to Vegas, I saw a showgirl walk by, and I thought, I wonder what the guys will look like.
That Billy showgirl. I can't wait. This is not going to end well. You know
it's
that,
going
don't
to
you?
be my favorite stripper from back in the day.
As usual, we'll start with Willie.
Okay. I don't look that bad. I gotta be honest with you.
It's with you. Willie never looks bad.
No, it's nice.
He's got a nice tan.
I know.
You know what? You know what's funny is
I'd fuck that.
they actually make
smile.
you even have like old lady tits.
Yeah.
They even made you have an old lady looking fucking
that's
chest.
that's holding up a lot there. You know that.
Yeah, they were like,
but still the smile's nice.
it still looks really it looks very age appropriate.
Yeah.
See, when I see a photo like this, it makes me think of this.
I can't hear it.
It didn't come up?
No,
I'm not seeing anything. It's still
I
streaming.
heard
Never mind.
I can tell you tried to play something, but
I tried to play something. Weird. All
Must
right.
not be hooked up properly.
All right, here we go. So that's
old
Willie.
Lady,
That's
old
me.
lady too. You look like a fucking madam.
I look like an old maid that worked like the Stardust.
Yeah, no,
I
you look
got
like
the
fucking,
new job.
no,
I
you're
not
the
only
madam. You're like the madam in the saloon. Why do I look like fucking Ben? What's his name? Cash Cab.
Ben Bailey.
Yeah, that looks like fucking Ben Bailey now.
You look like, you know what? You can get. I'll give you $10. I'll give you some crack or a head or some blowjob.
I love how there's just a little bit. I have this tiny hairy chest, like just a little bit hairy chest with them titties.
Look at them titties.
Look at them titties, dude.
He has some nice titties.
Look at the nice little fucking fold on my arm there.
Oh, look at that there. Oh, there we go.
Like look at my my armpits. Look at
You
my
got a little
armpit.
bulge going there.
Yeah, there's like
your.
I don't know.
Boob,
my
your
bras-
boob fat. Your
yeah,
boob fat's
my
hanging
bras
over
too
your-
small.
Titty. The
I only have
titty
one
is
bra
spilling
and
over.
it's too small.
Yeah,
His titty is spilling over.
You know, unfortunately, ChatGPT ran out of it, and I wasn't able to do mine. So,
yeah, sure.
unfortunate. Okay.
Yeah, that's
I hear
super
you.
unfortunate.
It's unfortunate.
I bet you have fucking F cups.
What are you saying?
Just big ass.
Got a
hairy,
weight problem?
Big ass.
Yes, big ass
fucking F cup.
titties.
All right, gentlemen.
He's got fucking areolas the size of basketballs.
All right. This has been another episode of Billy and Willie's Workshop.
We'll talk before the week's or next week's up, so we can figure out.
Let's figure it out. I'm going to Colorado. I'm taking a train trip to Colorado.
Oh, you're good. Out of Creston?
Yep.
I've never done that. Have you ever done that before?
Nope. Nope.
I haven't done it either. Okay, I want to hear about that next week because I was thinking about doing it. Go to a Rockies
You'll
game.
never do it again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you get a sleep car?
No, fuck no. That was like $3,200.
Yeah,
crazy.
Really?
You're never gonna do it again. Never gonna do it again. If you don't get a sleep car, never gonna do it again.
I want full details on it because that was something I wanted to do. Maybe.
Then we're gonna take the car ride to Moab.
I will never do it again, dude. I took the train. I had a week in Colorado Springs, so you had to take the train to Denver, and then take a bus to Colorado Springs from the Denver train station, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Ride there was okay, I guess, but it takes longer than it would if you just drove.
Sure. Yeah.
So you're just sitting in it can you get comfortable? Can you fall asleep?
It's not all that comfortable.
That's the point. It's got to be comfortable to where I can.
If you got a sleep car, it'd be great. You can lay down.
But $3,200 on doing that.
On the way, the trip back.
Reverend Ray's done it many times.
The trip back.
He, of course, is stoned.
The fucking conductor that was responsible for my car didn't go open the door for us in Osceola. So the train just starts moving. We're like, what the fuck? We're trying to get off. So once the train started moving, it couldn't stop again and let us off. So we had to take it all the way to fucking
Ottumwa or something, right?
Ottumwa.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It didn't get off to Ottumwa.
Well, how did you? Was your car at Creston? Was your car in Osceola?
Yeah.
So what the fuck did you do?
No, he didn't open the door. We were all like the people that were in my car.
Yeah, but then once you got to Ottumwa,
once you got to
the door,
what'd you do when you got to Ottumwa then?
We got off. Well, at my ex-wife, she was my girlfriend at the time, she was waiting for me in Osceola.
No.
And when they didn't drop us off, they told her that we were going to Ottumwa, so she drove to Ottumwa.
Oh, okay.
So I had somebody there when I got off, but
she beat you to Ottumwa? That sucks.
Oh well, yeah, of course she beat me to beat us to Ottumwa. It's fucking.
All right.
Yeah, so fuck those.
I'll tell you about it. I'll tell you about it.
I want to hear it all about when we talk again.
All right, guys. We're out of here. Have a great night, everybody.
Rev's done it because it's a good way to smuggle drugs.
Just a mic and a dream. Now we ride this circuit, chasing that scene. Every heckle, every cheer, every silent stare. Made a sharper man's bolder. We ain't going nowhere. Where the jokes are sharp and the laughs collide. From the Vegas stage to the I-80 grind, this comedy life is one of a kind.